Title: The Two Guys in a Garage Who Bet on Software for Everyone, and Why Windows Started by Watching, Not Coding. You want to know something crazy? Microsoft did not start by building Windows. It started by watching people get mad. 1975. Two college dropouts. Bill Gates and Paul Allen. No product, no office. Just a magazine article about a computer called the Altair 8800. Most people read that article and said, "Cool." Bill and Paul read it and said, "Who is going to be furious that this thing has no brain?" That question built Microsoft. And if you are unemployed, underemployed, or on Social Security, trying to figure out what to build, that same question is your start line. Welcome to Part 1. Part 1. The person before the product. Before Windows was Windows, it was a guess. But it was not a guess about technology. It was a guess about a person. See, in 1975, computers did not have screens you could understand. You talked to them with switches. Lights blinked back. You needed to be an engineer to say hello. Gates and Allen looked at the Altair and saw the splinter. Every normal human is locked out. So they did not ask, "How do we build an operating system?" They asked, "Who is already angry that computers are a private club?" That is how Microsoft found its first customer. Not with data, with empathy. The first customer was not IBM. It was the hobbyist with greasy hands. 1975. MITS makes the Altair. It ships. No software. You get a box of parts. Most companies would wait. Microsoft did not. Gates called MITS and said, "We have a BASIC language for your machine." They did not have it. They had nothing. But they knew the customer. Who? The guy in Albuquerque with a soldering iron. He would just spent $400 on a box that could not do math. He was mad. He was stuck. He would pay for relief. Paul Allen flew to METS with a paper tape. He loaded it. It worked. That was Microsoft at first sale. Lesson 1. Your first customer is already in pain and already holding their wallet. You just have not shown up yet. Then came TAOS and the decision to serve the scared. Fast forward to 1980. IBM wants a personal computer. They need an operating system. They call Microsoft. Now here is the move. Microsoft could have built for IBM's engineers. Instead, Gates thought about the person who would sit in front of that IBM PC. Not the IT guy. The secretary, the accountant, the small business owner who never touched a computer but was told you need one. That person was terrified. Blinking cursor. C prompt. No mouse. If you typed wrong, it beeped at you. So Microsoft did not just sell the OS. They tested it. How? They watched people freeze. They saw fingers hover over the keyboard. That fear became the reason Windows had to exist. Lesson 2. Your customer is not who writes the check. It is who sweats when the screen turns on. Windows 1.0. The test was, "Can my mom use it?" 1985. Windows launches. It is slow. It is clunky. Apple's Mac already has a mouse and icons. Critics laugh. But Microsoft was testing something different. They were not testing, "Is this beautiful?" They were testing, "Can a person who fears computers move a file without typing?" They put Windows in offices. They watched. Did the person reach for the manual? Fail. Did the person click the wrong thing and panic? Fail. Did the person drag a file and smile? Pass. They did not care if tech reviewers loved it. They cared if a temp worker in Kansas could save a document before lunch. That is why Windows won. Not because it was first. Because it was first to forgive mistakes. Microsoft versus the iPhone. 2 ways to see a human. Now listen. Apple built the iPhone for the person who hated their phone. One thumb, one device, relief. Microsoft built Windows for the person who feared the computer. 2 hands. 1 screen. Forgiveness. iPhone says you deserve beautiful. Windows said you deserve to not feel them. Different splinter. Same method. Find the hurt, watch the hands, test the feeling. Other companies, they built for the buyer. The CIO wants security. Microsoft built for the user. A clerk wants the undo button. That is why, by 1995, Windows 95 was on one desktop in 4 across the world. Not because it was flashy, because it was forgiving. Your turn. 3 questions Microsoft asked that you can ask today. If you are starting from scratch, you do not need a lab. You need these 3 questions. Gates asked them in 1975. You can ask them at the bus stop. Question 1. Who is already paying money, but still frustrated? That is the hobbyist with an Altair. That is the salon owner paying for booking software that still double books. Question 2. Who is scared of the current solution? That is the secretary in 1980. That is the grandparent today who will not use online banking. Question 3. What does failure look like in their day? For Windows, failure was a blinking C prompt. For you, maybe it is, I tried to apply for a job online and gave up. Find that person. Watch their hands. That is your customer. Why this matters. If you are starting with nothing, you might say, I am not Bill Gates. I do not code. Good. Gates did not start by coding. He started by calling. He started by caring that real people were locked out. IBM had the money. Xerox had the graphics. Apple had the mouse first. Microsoft had the patience to watch a scared person type dear and feel lost. If you are unemployed, you have time. If you are on social security, you have wisdom. If you are underemployed, you have eyes. Use them. Go where people sigh at screens. The library. The job center. The kitchen table with a laptop. Ask, what makes you want to throw this thing? That answer is your Windows. In Part 2, I will give you the 8 principles Microsoft used to identify and test Windows customers. For each one, I will show you what Microsoft did, 3 mistakes other companies make, and the lesson you can use this week. We will compare Microsoft's Forgive the User method with Apple's Delight the User method, so you know when to be the cushion and when to be the spark. Because the goal is not to be Microsoft. The goal is to build something that lets one person sit down, click once, and not feel them. So here is my ask. If this made you think of someone who is scared of technology but has to use it anyway, share this with them. Then come to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Every week we take one garage idea and test it with $0. No jargon, no suits, just steps. Your customer is already out there, staring at a screen. Go watch their hands. Part 2 is next. I will see you there. Title: 8 Ways Microsoft Found the Windows Customer and the 3 Traps That Keep Other Companies Blind. You ever wonder why Windows is on more desks than any other software in history? It is not because it was prettiest. In 1985 it was ugly. It is not because it was first. Apple as Mac beat it to the mouse. It is because Microsoft did one thing better than anyone else. They built for the person who was scared, not the person who was skilled. That is the Windows secret. And if you are building something from your kitchen table, this is your playbook. This is Part 2. 8 principles Microsoft used to identify the Windows customer and test on them. For each one, I will show you what Microsoft did, 3 mistakes other companies make, and the lesson you can use this week. And yes, we are putting Microsoft next to the iPhone and next to Amazon because you need to know when to be the safety net and when to be the fireworks. Let us go. Principle 1. Build for the reluctant, not the enthusiast. What Microsoft did when Microsoft built DOS, then Windows, they did not chase programmers. Programmers loved command lines. Microsoft chased the secretary who got yelled at when she lost a file. Windows 1.0 was mocked by tech magazines. It is slow. It is a Mac copy. Microsoft did not care. They watched a temp in an office click, fine, and not have a panic attack. That was the win. The iPhone did the opposite. Apple built for the enthusiast, the person who loved music, photos, web. Windows built for the reluctant, the person who had to use a computer to keep her job. 3 mistakes other companies make. First, they build for themselves. Engineers love complexity. Customers pay to escape it. Second, they listen to power users. Power users are loud, but few. The reluctant are quiet, but millions. Third, they think easy means dumb. No, easy means forgivable. Amazon comparison. Amazon builds for the reluctant shopper. 1 click. Free returns. No talking to humans. Hack is Windows energy. Make it so safe that fear goes away. Lesson learned. Find the person who has to use your thing, not the person who wants to. Ask them, what part makes your stomach drop? That is your feature list. Build the stomach drop out first. Principle 2. Ship the manual inside the product. What Microsoft did, DOS had a blinking C prompt. No help. You were on your own. Windows put words on the screen. File. Edit. Help. They tested this in offices. If someone asked, where do I click to save? That was a bug. Not in code, in design. By Windows 95, they added the Start button. Why? Because people in tests sat there and said, where do I start? So Microsoft wrote the word Start on the button. Critics said it was obvious. Users said, thank you. 3 mistakes other companies make. First, they hide help in a PDF. Nobody reads PDFs when they are stuck. Second, they use clever names. Panopticon View instead of See All Files. Clever loses. Third, they think training is the customer's job. Number, if they need training, you failed. iPhone comparison. iPhone hid the manual completely. No words. Just pinch, swipe, tap. That works when your customer is brave. Windows wrote the manual on the screen because their customer was scared. Pick your human, then pick your method. Lesson learned. Put the instruction where the confusion happens. If people get lost, saving a file, label the button Save a File here. You are not dumbing it down. You are turning anxiety down. Principle 3. Test with 2 hands and 1 bad day. What Microsoft did. Microsoft had usability labs in the 1990s were brutal. They did not bring in tech bloggers. They brought in people who had a bad day, tired, distracted, mad at their boss. Then they said, install a printer. If the person cried, Microsoft redesigned. If the person succeeded while angry, Microsoft shipped. Windows 95 had plug and play because the test was, you just worked a double shift. Can you plug this in and have it work? 3 mistakes other companies make. First, they test in quiet rooms with fresh coffee. Real life is noisy and tired. Second, they test with instructions. Follow steps 1 to 5. Real users do not follow steps. Third, they celebrate and when the user figures it out. If they had to figure it out, you lost. Amazon comparison. Amazon tests with 2 pizza teams and real chaos. Can a new hire fix a bug at 2M? Same idea. Test under stress, not in calm. Lesson learned. Give your prototype to someone who has had a bad day. Say, try this while you are on hold with the power company. If they do not throw it, you are close. Principle 4. Partner with the person who already owns the customer. What Microsoft did not sell Windows to people first. They sold it to IBM, then Compaq, then Dell. Why? Because IBM already owned the customer's desk. Gates knew the real customer was the office worker, but he could not reach her. IBM could. So Microsoft made IBM look good. DOS made IBM PCs useful. Windows made them friendly. They tested through partners. If Compaq said our customers cannot print, Microsoft fixed printing. The partner was the lab. 3 mistakes other companies make. First, they go direct to soon. You do not have trust. The partner does. Second, they fight partners on price. Microsoft let PC makers win. That is why Windows was everywhere. Third, they ignore partner complaints. Partner complaints are customer complaints in a suit. iPhone comparison, Apple went direct. Apple stores. No partners. That works when your brand is desire. Microsoft used partners because their brand was utility, you. If you have no brand, find who your customer already trusts and make them a hero. Lesson learned. Ask, who already talks to my customer every week? That is your channel. Test your idea through them. If they say my people would kill for this, you are in. Principle 5. Make the second copy cheaper than the first mistake. What Microsoft did software has a magic trick. The first copy costs millions. The second copy costs a disk. Microsoft priced DOS low to PC makers. Why? Because if a company could install it on every machine, the user would learn it once and never switch. They tested price, not with users, but with adoption. If a PC maker said it is too expensive to bundle, Microsoft cut the deal because a customer who learns Windows at work demands Windows at home. The mistake of using a computer had to be cheaper than the mistake of choosing the wrong computer. 3 mistakes other companies make. First, they price for margin, not habit. Habit beats margin. Second, they charge for training. Microsoft gave away help because a trained user is a loyal user. Third, they think free is generous. Free is strategic. Windows was not free, but it was cheap enough to be everywhere. Amazon comparison. Amazon loses money on Kindle to sell books. Same play. The device is the door. Windows was the door to software. Lesson learned. Ask, what can I give away that makes the next sale inevitable? A template. Free setup. A tutorial. If the second use is cheaper, you win. Principle 6. Standardize the pain, then solve it. What Microsoft did before Windows, every program looked different. WordStar had control key commands. Lotus had slash menus. You relearned everything. Microsoft said, stop. They made a standard. File menu on the left. Edit next to it. Cut, copy, paste with the same keys in every app. They tested this with users. If someone learned Word and then got stuck in Excel, that was a Windows bug, not an Excel bug. They took the pain of relearning and made it a one-time tax. 3 mistakes other companies make. First, they innovate on everything. Innovation in the core task is a tax. Innovate on the edges. Second, they let every team design alone. The customer does not care about your org chart. Third, they change standards for fun. Every change is a cost to the user. iPhone comparison. iPhone also standardized. 1 home button, 1 app grid. Same swipe everywhere. Apple and Microsoft agree here. Confusion is expensive. Lesson learned. List the 5 things your customer does every day. Make those 5 things identical everywhere in your product. Surprise them with delight later, not with basics. Principle 7. Let the customer break it, then make it unbreakable. What Microsoft did, Windows 95 crashed. Lot. But Microsoft watched how. Blue screen? They logged it. Wrong driver? They built plug and play. Deleted file? They made the Rexical bin. Each failure was a test. Not in a lab, in the world. Millions of users became testers. Microsoft shipped, listened, hatched, shipped again. They did not hide the crash. They put a message. This program has performed an illegal operation. Then they asked, what were you doing? That is data. 3 mistakes other companies make. First, they fear bugs. Bugs are feedback with teeth. Second, they blame the user. You should not have done that. Yes, they should. They did. Now fix it. Third, they ship and disappear. Shipping is the start of testing, not the end. Amazon comparison. Amazon's website fails sometimes, but the dogs of Amazon error page keeps you smiling while they fix it. They expect breakage. You should too. Lesson learned. Create a way for users to tell you what broke in one click. Then fix the top 3 breaks every month. Your product gets stronger because it gets hit. Principle 8. Sell the future, but test the Tuesday. What Microsoft did. Gates' vision. A computer on every desk and in every home. That is the future. But Windows 95 was tested on Tuesday. Can an accountant print invoices? Can a teacher make a newsletter? Can a kid play solitaire so dad gets 5 minutes of quiet? Microsoft sold the dream but tested the Tuesday. If Tuesday failed, the dream did not matter. 3 mistakes other companies make. First, they pitch vision and skip workflow. Vision does not pay bills. Second, they test with early adopters. Early adopters forgive. Tuesday users do not. Third, they think big launch means big win. Windows 95 launch was loud. The win was quiet. Worked on Tuesday. iPhone comparison. iPhone sold the future. Internet in your pocket. But it tested Tuesday. Can you call your mom while walking? Same rule. Lesson. Learn. Write your vision. Then write, on a normal Tuesday, my customer will use this too. If you cannot finish that sentence, do not build yet. Test Tuesday first blank, bringing it home. Microsoft won with Windows because they chose the scared user and refused to let her feel dumb. Apple won with iPhone because they chose the irritated user and refused to let him carry 3 devices. Amazon wins because they choose the impatient user and refuse to let her wait. Different humans, same method. Find the hurt, watch the hands, test the Tuesday. In part 3, I am giving you the 1-page test plan Microsoft style. The script to use in a library. The kill rule for your fridge. The price test you can run with no money. Because you do not need Redmond. You need a Tuesday. You need a human. You need to watch. So do this for me. If part 2 gave you one idea, head to my YouTube channel and hit subscribe. We are building a crew of first-time founders who test with eyes, not excuses. No MBA needed. Just a Tuesday and a question. Your Windows is not software. It is the thing that makes someone sit down and exhale. Title. The 1-page test Microsoft. You should put Windows in a billion homes and how you can use it. This week you ready for the part nobody talks about. Windows did not win because of a launch event. It won because of a Tuesday. A tired Tuesday. In a small office. In the town you have never heard of. A person sat down, clicked start, printed one invoice, and did not call for help. That was the test, not the keynote, not the commercials, the Tuesday. This is part 3. I am giving you the 1-page test plan Microsoft style. The exact script you can use at the library, the job center, or your kitchen table. The kill rule you tape to your fridge. The price test that costs $0 but tells you the truth. We will keep stacking Microsoft next to the iPhone and Amazon because you need to know when to be the safety net and when to be the spark. Let us get to work. Your one-page Microsoft sheet, the 4 boxes Bill Gates would use today. Take a sheet of paper, draw 4 boxes. This is your company until someone pays you, not a business plan, a truth plan. Box 1. The reluctant human right. My customer is who has to do what and hates when. Name thing. Not small businesses. Right, Carlos, who runs a food truck and hates when the city permit form crashes on his phone. Why Microsoft did this Windows was not for users. It was for the person who got PC on their desk Monday and had a report due Friday. Fear was the customer, not love. iPhone comparison. iPhone wrote, the person who loves music but tolerates their phone. Different human, same box. Name the emotion first. Mistake 1. You write everyone. Everyone is no one. Name one Tuesday. Name one sigh. Box 2. The forgiveness test. Draw it, or describe it in one line. This is the thing that keeps your human from feeling dumb. For Windows 95, the forgiveness test was the start button. Wheel test. A person sits down, sees start, clicks it, and finds programs. No manual. No panic. For you, what is the one click that removes fear? Selling a resume service? The forgiveness test is paste job link here. We do the rest. Selling meal prep? The forgiveness test is microwave 3 minutes. No dishes. Why Microsoft did this? They watched people freeze at a C prompt. Freeze is a bug. Click and breathe is a feature. Amazon comparison. Amazon's forgiveness test is free returns. You can fail at buying and still win. That is Windows energy. Remove the fear of being wrong. Mistake 2. You test cool. Cool is for investors. Forgiveness is for customers. Test the exhale, not the applause. Your script. Hand them the thing. Say, pretend it is Tuesday and you are late. Show me what you do. If they look at you for help, you failed. If they keep owing, you are close. Box 3. The partner who already owns the desk. Right, who already talks to my human every week. Microsoft did not knock on doors. They went to IBM, then Compaq, then Dell. Why? Because those companies were already on the desk. Microsoft made the desk less scary. Maybe it is the librarian who helps people fill out forms. Maybe it is the pastor who knows who needs work. Maybe it is the corner store owner who cashes checks. Go there. Ask 3 questions. Word for word. 1. What do people ask you for that you cannot give them? 2. When they get stuck, what do they say right before they quit? 3. If someone solved that, what would change for you? Why Microsoft did this? They knew the end user did not choose DOS. The IT guy did. So they made the IT guy a hero. Install this and your calls drop by half. iPhone comparison. Apple went direct because their customer wanted desire. Microsoft went through partners because their customer wanted safety. If you have no brand, borrow trust. Mistake 3. You try to go alone because partners take margin. Margin means nothing if nobody buys. Trust is the first currency. Box 4. The kill rule and the price of forgiveness. Write 2 lines. This box saves your year. Kill rule. If 3 of 10 people do not come back to use this a second time in 7 days, I stop. Price line. It is $15. If it does not save you an hour, I will give you $15 and a coffee for teaching me. Say the price out loud. Watch faces. Flinch is data. Silence is data. Can I pay next week? Is also data. Why Microsoft did this Windows was not cheap to make, but it was cheap to try. PC makers paid little per copy, because the real cost was a worker who could not work. Microsoft made trying cheaper than being stuck. Amazon comparison. Amazon Prime is $99 because the second order feels free. Same idea. Make the second use cheaper than the first fear. State 4 you hide the price until it is ready. Price is the test. If you're scared to say it, the customer will be scared to pay it. Your 7-day Windows test from 0 to truth. Here is your week. Not next month. This week. Day 1. Fill box 1. Talk to 3 people who have to do a thing they dislike. Not hobbyists, hostages. The person who must file weekly claims. The person who must print forms. Find the fear. Name the human. Hack 2. Fill box 2. Build the forgiveness test. On screen. 1 button, 1 outcome. If it takes more than 2 hours, you are building too much. Windows 95 started with Start. You start with 1 click. Day 3 and 4. Fill box 3. Go to the partner. The hex. Librarian. The community center. The shop. Ask your 3 questions. Do not pitch. Collect quotes. I lost 2 hours last Tuesday is gold. That is your marketing. Day 5. Test with 10 humans. Find 10 people who match box 1. Say this, I made this to stop. It is ugly. If it wastes your time, tell me fast. If it gives you 10 minutes back, I need to know. The fear. Watch. Do not help. Count these. How many seconds until they touch it? How many times they look at you for help? Do they use it again without asking? A6. Say the price line. To the ones who used it twice, say your price, then stop talking. If they say, I will take it, say, not yet. I am only making 5 this week. Want one? Scarcity is honest when you are small. It is also a test. Taste 7. Decide, kill, pivot, or ship. Look at your sheet. Kill if nobody came back. That is not failure. That is data. Microsoft killed Windows 1.0. Ideas every week. You can kill a paper sketch. Pivot if they used it wrong but got relief. Maybe you built a resume tool and they used it to write a letter to their landlord. Follow the relief. Change the label. Ship if 3 or more paid or promised, and 1 told a friend. Now you can spend money. Not before. Microsoft killed Cairo. Microsoft killed Bob. Microsoft killed Plenty. Amazon killed the Fire Phone. Amazon kills dead pages every day. Killing is how you stay alive. 3 traps that keep good people stuck. Trap 1. I need to learn code first. No, you do not. Windows won't because Gates watched, not because he coded alone. Use paper. Use voice notes. Use a Google form. If it removes fear, it is real. Trap 2. My idea has to be new. Windows was not new. The mouse was Xerox. The icons were Apple. Microsoft's idea was make it forgiving for everyone else. New is overrated. Useful is not. Trap 3. I will wait for funding. Windows was funded by customers. IBM paid for DOS. PC makers paid for Windows. Your first funding is a person who says, "Hey, take my $15. Go find that person before you find an investor. Microsoft versus iPhone versus Amazon. Pick your Tuesday. Apple's Tuesday. A person on a train. 1 thumb wants music and maps. Test. Delight. Amazon's Tuesday. Per person at 11 p.m. needs diapers tomorrow. Test. Speed. Microsoft's Tuesday. A person at 9 a.m. scared of the computer needs to print. Test. Forgiveness. You do not have to pick one forever, but you have to pick one first. If your human is scared, be Windows. If your human is irritated, be iPhone. If your human is impatient, be Amazon. Start where the pain is loudest. You can add delight later. You can add speed later. First, remove fear. Your next step is not a plan. It is a sentence and a swapshoe. Before you close this, do two things. 1. Say out loud, "My customer is who hates when, and I remove the fear by one-click name, fear." 2. Set a timer for 10 minutes. On those 10 minutes, message 3 people and ask, what is the one thing about that makes you want to quit? Task. That is it. 10 minutes. That is how Windows started. Not with code, with a question. And if this gave you clarity, come to my YouTube channel and hit subscribe. Every week we take one idea from scared to sold. No MBA, no budget. Just a garage sheet and a Tuesday. Bring your fear. We will test it together. Because the world does not need another operating system. It needs one person who can sit down, click once, and not feel dumb.